Good morning. Where is your greatest power? What power do you want? That was unpolite of Sutter to sneeze like that when you were greeting her. We were there yesterday. Look, exactly. I'll show you where we were yesterday morning. I know that on Instagram, but I'm not sure if on Facebook I pointed out that we were standing right outside the big cave up there. But since all the attention was on Roberto's departure, we were just focusing on that, and we'll do the cave another time. And if you just go from the right of the cave, then you can more or less at the same level. That's around there. We came up from that side, and then we came. Well, you didn't. We already had closed the video, but then I came down on this side. Let me see if we can see some life up there. And we came down along the hill. And now you can see here a pathway down from the little leaf that's there, the highest leaf here on the screen just in front of me. And there's a pathway, a straight line there where the car is, or the truck. Just above that there's a line downward. And that's the path we follow down. So we got to go for a little walk around here, just south of here, because, oh, there's the sunrise. There's the sun coming, people. Oops, I got a branch there. Special branch. So I need to walk a little bit because it's actually chilly, and to get the circulation going, you know, to work up that inside. It's dropping down to about 12 or 13 degrees, which is a big change from over 40s, which we were having there in October. October was a very warm month, if I remember correctly. And that's only 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. That was daytime temperatures, obviously. And nighttime would drop down into the 30s. And 30s mean Celsius. So, you know, with about 12 degrees now, what do we have? So it's about 2.5 and 9, 18. About 55, mid-50s Fahrenheit. And I find this chilly here. You know, it depends on where you're living, for how long, and you get accustomed to that. People can live in Alaska, and when they're, I remember one of our companions was an Alaskan guy, Father Kermit, and when it snowed in New York, he would be going out in his shirt. He was just making a point that he was from Alaska, you know, because if it was just around zero, that wasn't really that cold. Well, 0 Celsius, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, you know. But now I'm feeling it chilly in the mid-50s. Wow, isn't that nice? A little bit of wild here, you know. This is just ungrown, uncultivated, spontaneous nature here, relatively speaking. So what power do you want? What power do you want? Do you want power? And there are different kinds of power, you know, many different kinds. People have great connections. There are people who have great physical power. Then there are people with great abilities, even though they might be very slender and slight, and they can lift great weights. They've acquired great dominion over their bodily strengths. And they have developed their muscles, and they know how to move very carefully, slowly, and they can have great accomplishments, you know. Others can run very fast. What's the power you're desiring? What do you want to be able to do? It's a different view from down here at the water level to up there, and you can see the whole lake, although we can see quite an expansive lake now. So, what kind of power do you like? What would you really dream about? What would make you happy if you had it? Boys always want to drive trucks and bulldozers and fly fast. You know, the guys who come out here on the water with their power skis, jet skis, and they're making so much noise, and they're going around in circles, raising waves and crossing the waves, so they get so much bump and bounce, exhilaration, adrenaline. And then there are other people who want the power to tell the politicians what to do, to make decisions. What's that water now? Where is he or she gone? Oh, there she is. So she did about 15 or 20 yards there under the water. Or at least 10 or 12. Where's she going to come out now? There we are. I was heading that direction further than I anticipated. Getting breakfast. So, people, check out the readings today. They're amazing. Really beautiful. Amazing vision for humanity. You know, Isaiah, this incredible prophet of messianic vision. And maybe the key image there is the lion will lie down with the lamb. What a perspective. We live in a culture that prizes efficiency and speed. Scientific advance, production, productivity. And these are great accomplishments, no question about it, you know. Absolutely no question about it. And even in antiquity, there were people able to accomplish a lot. Just imagine the pyramids in Egypt, or the huge stones in the retaining wall of the Temple Mount, the engineering of the period of the Roman Empire. Incredible accomplishments. The pyramids probably are one of the best examples of enigmatic, still not understood how they really got to do that. Just something amazing. I'm not sure if the modern world boasts anything. Well, obviously the major buildings that are over 100 floors high, that's a big accomplishment. And it also is not just physical power, it's a lot of financial power. Accumulation and combination of resources of a lot of people to make a plan, to make it possible to pay such an amount to send a machine into space. It's able to get to a moon or do a probe on Mars. And these are great accomplishments. There's absolutely no question about it. So let's read a little bit from Isaiah. It's chapter 11 today. On that day a shoot shall sprout from the stump of Jesse, and from his roots a bud shall blossom. We should be back there at the buds and the blossoms, there at the eucalyptus trees, where we have plenty of shoots coming out of the stump. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, a spirit of wisdom and understanding, a spirit of counsel and of strength. So the word strength is, it's appreciated. A spirit of counsel and of strength, a spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and his delight shall be the fear of the Lord. And the word fear there is a very respect-filled fear, a respect-filled relationship that honors God in the extraordinary magnitude of his being, the depth of his being, the tenderness of his being, the source of all of our life. Not by appearance shall he judge, nor by hearsay shall he decide, but he shall judge the poor with justice and decide aright for the lands afflicted. And the whole world has lots of afflicted today. He shall strike the ruthless with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall slay the wicked. Now these are words then that I'd like to comment also afterwards. Justice shall be the band around his waist, and faithfulness a belt upon his hips. Then the wolf shall be a guest of the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid goat. We got 3 little groups of birds here that are migrating, but they're small groups compared to yesterday. There you have 2 separate ones, and then there's one more. It's just up here. It looks like they missed the major exodus yesterday. Oh, there's a big bunch over there, way over there. Let me see if I can get them for you. Yes, they're right over that bush there. And there are a lot of them. There are really a lot of them. It's amazing. It's really intriguing to watch this happen. There's another batch coming behind them. So it looks like there's a lot of traffic here today as well. Where are these guys? Yes, look at them over there. They're more hidden from our view now. Then the wolf shall be a guest of the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid. The calf and the young lion shall browse together, with the little child to guide them. The cow and the bear shall be neighbours, together their young shall rest. The baby shall play by the cobra's den, the lion shall eat hay like the ox. The child lay his hand on the adder's lair. There shall be no harm or ruin on all my holy mountain. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord, as water covers the sea. On that day the root of Jesse set up as a signal for the nations. The Gentiles shall seek out, for his dwelling shall be glorious. It's interesting then that when Jesus does come, the Word is incarnate and dwells among us. The broken reed he does not crush. The failing wick he does not quench. It brings back new life. Justice is demanded. Moses said to stone this woman for her sins, so the wicked will be. Oh, there we got a crane lodged on a tree here. I don't know, we'll just see her there flying away. Oh, I missed her. And Jesus starts to write on the sand. Whoever is without sin, throw the first stone. And there's another aspect of justice revealed. And John and James, in their zealous righteousness, want to bring down fire and brimstone from heaven because the villagers in Samaria did not accept them. there's an extraordinary tenderness in Jesus' heart. And yet, injustice is not ignored. Here we have this line then in the Psalm. For today, which is, justice shall flourish in his time, and fullness of peace forever. Justice shall flourish in his time, and fullness of peace forever. This theme of justice is running all through in the psalm. Oops, sorry about that. Got stuck there in the bush. Sometimes with the little bit of power we have, we want to make justice happen on our terms, from our viewpoint. And how we need to wait for a greater power of tenderness to apply justice properly. Father, forgive them. They know not what they're doing. What incredible power to be able to say that from a position of crucifixion. The justice, they know not what they're doing. At one level, they know pretty well what they're doing. Justice shall flourish in his time. And one of the leaders of that crucifixion then says, truly, this was the Son of God. So we all want salvation from all the world's problems. We all want redemption. We all want to straighten out the world. And how do we go about it? How will justice flourish and fullness of peace together? How will evil be dealt with? How will evildoers be dealt with? How will drug traffickers and human traffickers be dealt with? How many prisoners are in prison because since childhood they only experience violence and they never got the chance? Justice shall flower in his days and profound peace till the moon be no more. May he rule from sea to sea, from the river to the ends of the earth. He shall rescue the poor when he cries out, and the afflicted when he has no one to help him. This psalm is so amazing. There is such tenderness here in this whole mystery of salvation. The gospel is amazing, but I think our time is closing down now, little by little. Jesus rejoiced in the Holy Spirit and said, I give you praise, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned. They are powerful academically. They are powerfully trained in scholarship. They have pondered much. They've written great books. They're experts on television. For although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, I thank you. Such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. And he was crucified. There we have the Mount of Beatitudes right across from us. Just straight across the straight line, the center of the screen. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed. They're happy. They're in full beatitude. Blessed are the meek. Where's the greatest power? The speed of engines, the ability to scale rocks, to build high buildings, to be famous for philosophy that you wrote, that you taught. I give you praise, Father, Lord of heaven and earth. For although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. What's the key to this power, to this greatness? What's the gift you want at Christmas that you're preparing to receive, to develop? I'm sure we can use some more trucks on the earth. We can use some more tall buildings, and we can use some more speed. But what do we really need? The great power of tenderness, the revolution of tenderness. How can a cruel person be brought away from their ways by chopping off a finger, by putting them in life imprisonment, by capital punishment? How can the person be changed from being a crucifier, even within one's family, to becoming that treasure of a heart, which they already are by creation, but pretty polluted now, pretty estranged from their own identity, alienated from who they really are? And he turned to the disciples and said, "Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. For I say to you, many prophets and kings desire to see what you see." So even the prophets would be great ones, because they could do miracles, you know. Not just the kings. The religious leaders could also espouse a type of social power, and therefore fall into idolatry, really. So then the lines of slaughter in the prophet Isaiah of the wicked are quite modified. It's their wickedness will be taken out from them. There's the salvation. And it takes a lot of tenderness to take the wickedness out of the wicked. It's challenging enough to open some nuts to get out the kernel, even to open a pomegranate. I've done a number of them now in the last couple of months. And you have to be careful if you don't want to get stained and spattered and everything. How do you take it out so gently that you get everything out? And what does it take to bring the wickedness out of a person that's bent on evil, that's filled with hatred and revenge? When the lion will lie down with the lamb. People, thank you so much for joining. It's been another glorious sunrise here in Galilee, at the Sea of Galilee. And I wish you many, many blessings today. And I hope that your heart will desire this extraordinary power of tenderness and foster this revolution of tenderness that every kitchen needs, every family living room needs, every hospital needs, every workplace needs, every boardroom needs, of each of the major corporations, a revolution of tenderness. The power of tenderness. God bless you, people. Thank you for joining this beautiful morning here in beautiful Galloway. See you later for another sunrise stroll and chat. And by the way, in case you don't see any more stroll and chats this week, from Sunday to Sunday, this coming Sunday to Sunday, my sister Celine will be doing it on her Facebook, and the link is inside here, I hope. And somebody can just link her right now if you want in a comment, so that you have this, so you can. And she's actually doing a wonderful series on the women of Galilee, the flowers of Galilee at the moment, on her Facebook at midday, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So you can check in there as well. God bless you.